There's someone in the car still.
Yep.
Hey, hold up. 5807. 5807.
Go ahead and shut the car off. Shut the car off. Shut the car off here. Go ahead and put your hands on top of your head, all right? Nope. Hands on top of your head. Step up. Step up.
Well, do we have someone checking High Street?
Imagine the heart-wrenching moment when a mother's world shatters, her hands trembling, eyes wide with terror, as she clutches her phone and whispers, "Is she okay?" That's the raw, human agony of Yolanda Harris, standing outside a hospital on a fateful April evening in 2024, desperate for news about her daughter Tiara. What started as an ordinary drive turned into a nightmare of bullets and blood, leaving a pregnant mother of two lifeless and her family in ruins. This isn't just a story of senseless violence. It's a chilling tale of mistaken identities, gang rivalries, and a relentless pursuit for justice that will keep you on the edge of your seat. It all unfolded at 7:29 p.m. on April 14th in Akron, Ohio. Police dispatch lit up with frantic calls reporting a barrage of gunshots at 1492 Rockaway Street. Witnesses described chaos, cars screeching away, people scattering like leaves in a storm. One vehicle, a silver four-door Chevy, caught their eye. Officers spotted it racing toward the hospital, not fleeing the scene, but delivering a victim. "Shut the car off. Hands on top of your head," they barked as they pulled over the driver. Inside, they found firearms, clues to a gang-related shootout. But this was no ordinary bust. The driver was rushing his wounded girlfriend to safety. She'd been grazed in the leg, but the real horror was unfolding elsewhere. For miles away, an ambulance screamed through the streets, carrying Tiara Harris, a 24-year-old innocent bystander, fighting for her life with a bullet lodged in her head. Her boyfriend, George, had floored it to the ER after the shots erupted. "We were just driving down the street," he stammered to police, his voice cracking. She wasn't moving or talking. Blood just started dripping from her head. Tiara was pregnant, barely 2 weeks along, and a devoted mom to 2 young kids. She had no ties to the violence. She was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time. To unravel this mystery, let's rewind to 7:22 p.m. A car pulled up to the curb, spilling out Javier Small, Linear Worthy, and Johnny Smith, friends hanging out on the sidewalk, chatting casually. Moments later, Tiara and George backed into the street in their black vehicle. George spotted familiar faces and wanted to say hi. But at that exact instant, danger exploded from the shadows. 3 men, Zaire Saunders, 17-year-old Antonio Whitaker, and Darian Rackley, emerged from another car, all linked to the brutal BBM gang. They opened fire without warning, bullets ripping through the air. Panic ensued. Jonty and Javier armed themselves, drew their weapons, and returned fire. The street turned into a war zone. Casings littered the ground. Screams pierced the night. Tiara's car was caught in the crossfire. As the dust settled, the BBM crew fled in different directions, leaving Tiara slumped in her seat, her life ebbing away. Police arrived to a scene of confusion. Witnesses poured in, some at the station, others at the hospital. One described 2 young men in face masks, one with a 9mm, the other a semi-automatic rifle, fleeing across yards, dropping weapons in their haste. "It was fully auto, hot and loud," he said, his voice still shaking. Another heard 30 to 40 shots, mistaking the initial pops for a car backfiring. A woman on the street grabbed kids and ran for cover amid the hail of bullets. "They were hanging out, shooting from the car," she recounted, pointing to possible drive-by evidence. But hope flickered when officers spotted CCTV cameras on a nearby house. "Ma'am, do those cameras work?" they asked. The homeowner rushed back, and soon police had footage piecing together the timeline. The arrivals, the sudden eruption of gunfire, the frantic getaway. It confirmed multiple shooters and vehicles, but identities remained elusive. Then, a breakthrough. Bystanders had filmed the aftermath. Clear video showed a man loading into a car matching one from the scene, license plate visible. Police traced it leading to more suspects. Meanwhile, at the hospital, Tiara's family gathered in agony. Yolanda arrived, breathless. Is she okay? You see where she's hit? It's on the side of her head. They're saying she's pregnant too. Officers gently held her back, their tones heavy with unspoken dread. Tiara's autopsy later revealed a single fatal bullet to the head, evidence that could match a gun to the killer. With Tiara declared dead at 8:30 p.m., the stakes skyrocketed. Her family collapsed in grief. Her children, now motherless, her mother shattered. Police vowed justice, tracking 6 suspects tied to the shooting. One lead, a Facebook post by Jeremiah Williams, a BBM member, bragging about the incident. They hauled him in for interrogation. Jeremiah started strong, denying everything. I was at home with my mom, he claimed, offering alibis. But detectives pressed. We know you were the driver. Your DNA's in the car. He stonewalled on details. Guns, accomplices frustrating the room. Yet, as they built rapport, cracks appeared. You're not a bad person, they said. Be honest, and we can work with you. Jeremiah's tough facade crumbled. Tears welled up as he faced the weight of his actions. Piece by piece, interrogations with the others, Javier, Jonty, Zaire, Antonio, Darian, unraveled the truth. It wasn't targeted. It was a reckless exchange born from gang tensions and paranoia. George's innocent greeting was mistaken for a threat, drawing fire toward Tiara's car. The BBM crew initiated, but the sidewalk group's retaliation sealed her fate. In the end, arrests followed. Charges of murder, aggravated assault. But justice fell hollow. Tiara's death exposed the senseless cycle of gang violence, leaving scars on Akron streets. Her family, supported by community donations, including half the profits from a viral video of Yolanda's heartbreak, found solace in a local charity. Yet, the question lingers. In a split-second mix-up, how many more innocents will fall? This case, one of the most complex in Akron's history, highlights police persistence amid chaos. They turned witness accounts, footage, and confessions into closure. But for Yolanda, holding her grandchildren tight, it's a reminder of life's fragility. One drive, one bullet, forever changed.